Hello, dear children. This is Alankrita ma'am. I hope you are doing well and staying safe. But I think for since a long time you're staying at home, you might be getting bored. So why don't we study or listen something which is useful and valuable for our daily lives? Now, children, there are so many things all around us. Do they look same? No. Do they feel same? No again. Because they all are different. But they are beautiful. Like the sun, the moon, the stars, flowers, plant, birds, they all are different. But children, they are beautiful because they are created and made by a living God. Okay. So all things you see all around us, it is beautiful, but you all have your moral science book. Now take out your moral science book, lesson number 1, page number 4. Okay? Lesson number 1, moral science book, page number 4. And I will tell you more about the gift. Okay? I will tell you more about the gift. Now, just take out your book, open your book, page number 4. What happened to Papa? First line is written, what happened to Papa? And can you see the picture? The girl is thinking about something and she's thinking about something, but can you also see a clock kept on the table? A small clock kept on the table. Maybe you must be wondering after looking into this picture that maybe she's waiting for something or she's thinking about something. We are not sure about. So to get sure about that, let's go further into the story. What happened to Papa? That means the girl is talking about her father. And after that it is written, getting late. Anu was anxious. What happened to Papa? Getting late, Anu was anxious. Just underline the word anxious and write there curious. The other meaning of curious is getting impatient. Means she is waiting eagerly, she is waiting for her dad to come back. Here it is not mentioned, maybe has gone to an office or to buy something, but this girl, this Anu, is waiting for her dad to come home. Okay, and she has also kept the clock on the table and she's looking at the time. Okay, so next line. Papa had promised to take me to the town for the flower show. Now, see, they are planning. Her dad has promised her that he will take her to the flower show. Okay, so take the example. Whenever we all wait for our dad to come home, no? Maybe after from work or from other place, from the tour. Whenever he is coming, whenever we are very excited. We all are very happy. Okay, so same is happening with this Anu. She is anxious, she is getting impatient, and she is eagerly waiting for her dad to come home because her dad has promised her that he will take her to the flower show. Okay, so and to the town. That means there will be a flower show in the town. Hi, here comes a Papa. Now you got it. Dad, her father is entering into the house and saying, hi, here comes a Papa. So whenever a father or the mother gets enter into the house, we are very happy. We all are very excited, no? Same is happening with this girl, Anu. Anu ran and took his hand. So what we do, usually whenever my parents come to home, we just ran and we just took their hand, no, we just hold their hand because we are very happy. Okay, after they arrive, we are very happy. Come to next line. Papa don't we go for the flower show now? Now this girl is doubtful. Why she is doubtful? Because she is doubtful because his dad is already late. Her father is already late. So now she is doubtful whether he will come or not, whether we'll go for a flower show or no, not now, now. Okay, so she is not sure about that. So she asked her dad, Papa, don't we go for the flower show now? See what is the reply. Sure, dear, we will go. Okay, that means her dad is sure that they are going to a flower show. So whenever we have planned, our parents have planned something for us and they are sure about that and they are taking us to that place, and they have agreed that still, even if they are late, still they are taking us to that place, we are very happy. Same is happening with her. Her dad has said, sure dear, means they are sure that they are going to that place. Anu was in another world on her way to the town. She was not bothered about the shops or decorations on the roadside. Just underline the second sentence, bothered. Just underline that word and write there, worried. Okay, so just underline the word bothered and write about that, worried. So this girl is not worried about the other decorations or the shops on the roadside. Suppose I love musical show and I love instruments. I love going to the place. I love going to the places where there is a musical show, no? So whenever I am going to the musical show, I'm very excited, I'm very happy. I'm very excited, I'm very happy. I'm not bothered about any shops. We all love chocolates, no? But whenever I'm going to the musical show, I'm not bothered about that shop. I'm not bothered about the decorations are there on the roadside. I am just very excited, impatiently want to go to that place, and I'm very happy. So what is happening? Come to next line. They reached a town where the flower show was going on. Now they have arrived, they have reached the point, or they have reached the town where the flower show was going on. And whenever we reach to a place where we wanted to go, we are very happy, no? So same way, what she said, wow, what a beauty, what a variety, what colors. Means whenever I'm going to, suppose I gave you the example, no? Whenever I am going to the musical show and when I have reached there and I see number of instruments or the people playing the musical, I'm very happy. I'm very excited about that. And I am like, I just go and play all the instruments because I love playing the instruments. Same is happening with this girl. She is very happy because she wanted to go to the flower show, and now she has reached to the flower show, and what she has seen, she is looking at she is looking at the beauty and the varieties of flower there, and she is very happy. She is amazed by the beauty and the variety of flowers. Okay, so you can think about this now. We all want to go to our favorite place, and every time we are excited about. Same is happening with this girl Anu. Okay, come to page number 5. Papa, why don't we have these flowers in our garden? Now she is having another question, okay? She is saying, some of you may have or some of you may not have the flowers in your garden. Okay, but this girl loves the flowers. So she is bothered, she is worried. She is asking her dad that, Father, why don't we have these flowers in our garden? Okay, so see the reply. Each plant needs suitable climate and soil like you, my dear. Just underline the word suitable and right there, right. Okay, just underline the word suitable. Page number 5, second para, fourth word. Okay, just underline that word, and about that word just write with a pencil, write. Okay, so what her father is saying to that the girl Anu, her daughter, that each plant needs a suitable climate and soil like you, my dear. Now what does it mean now? Now I'll explain you. For our survival, okay, for our survival, we need clothes, we need shelter, we need healthy food, we need filter water, no? And after having all those things, and after having all these things, we survive, okay? We grow, okay? Same. Her dad is explaining to her, like you, these plants also need the climate and soil for their growth, for their survival. Okay. Now come to the next line. Like me? Anu was curious. Again she is like eager to know. Again she wanted to know the answer. That why like me? Like me? She's having question in her mind, okay? Anu was very curious because she don't know why her dad is comparing her to the plant. Then what is the reply? See. Come to the next line. Yes, long ago God the Creator thought of you. Again I'm saying, understand? Yes, long ago God the Creator thought of you and prepared Papa and Mama earlier for you. After setting everything, God created you. That means a God has been so thoughtful, that a God has been so gracious, that before creating us, us, He has created our parents to take care of us, to take care of our needs. Okay, understood? Our parents look after us. God has been so thoughtful that He has made friends, brothers, sisters, friends, teachers, so that they help us to grow. Okay, and He has settled everything around us. We have luxurious sofa, everything what we wanted to survive. Okay, we want to survive, and He has blessed us with everything we need. No, our parents never tell us no for anything. They give us everything. So God has created your parents earlier of you, so for you, so that they can take care of you. So He has been so thoughtful that He has created, or He has made everything around you for your betterment, for your betterment of your life. Okay, getting it? So is it God who gave me life? Come to second line. Is it God? Again, another question. Is it God who gave me life? When she is asking to her dad that is it God that who gave me life? Now see the reply. Sure, your life is the most wonderful gift of God. Okay. Think of all those children who do not have a chance to lead a happy life like you. Okay. We have everything around us. Just go on the roadside, you will find number of children, but they do not have the things which you have, which you possess. Okay, God has been so thoughtful about you that He has created, He has made parents earlier for you, that they will take care of you, has provided with all the needs. And think about those children who do not have these things. They lack with all these things, no? We are so blessed. We are gift from God. We are gift of God, okay? And see, okay, now come to page number 6. God blessed me. Now she is thinking, joining her hands. God blessed me with body and mind, hands and legs, eyes and ears, nose and mouth, hair and head, and everything. I am God's special gift. Isn't it, Papa? Now she is saying to her Papa that, Papa, isn't it? You see your hands, you see your nose, they are all placed. Okay? Your nose is not placed in eyes, no? They are all placed appropriately. There is nothing means there is everything is perfect in your body, everything. Okay, because God has been so thoughtful in creating you that He has given you everything, and He has placed everything around you in the right place. Okay, now come to the page number 7. Anu, you must make your life a blessing. Now what her dad is saying, Anu, you must make your life a blessing. That means we shouldn't be a blessing for ourselves. We should be a blessing for everyone around us. Because God has gifted us into this world now. So we should be a gift for others. Like children who lack all these things, you should give to them. You should share your knowledge to them, because it is very important to be a blessing for other. Okay? Yes, Papa, I will thank God every day. I will do good to all. That means we should always thank God for every day. For each and every need God has supplied us for. He has given us with everything. He has blessed us with everything. He has been thoughtful about everything. So we should be always thankful to our God, to our parents, to our teacher, and to our friends, and to our brothers and sisters. And we should be a blessing for ourselves and for everyone around us. Got it? So dear children, I hope you all have enjoyed the chapter. You have learned something from this story of this Anu, that you should always thankful to God and to everyone around you. So be safe, stay healthy. This is Alankrita ma'am signing off. Take care. God bless.